Hey, this is the franchise Shane Douglas, ECW's original World Heavyweight Champion. Right now, you're watching the #1 wrestling podcast on all of Long Island, Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Monty and the Pharaoh.
The Monty and Pharaoh Show.
And you're watching the Monty and Pharaoh Show.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
With Monty and the Pharaoh.
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 Monty and Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
And Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monty and the Pharaoh?
Monty and Pharaoh.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show.
The Monty and the Pharaoh. To the Monty and the Pharaoh Show. And it's Monty and the Pharaoh, baby.
Watching Monty and the Pharaoh.
With Monty and the Pharaoh. Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, what a rush.
We've got the future Hall of Famer, that rocker, Marty Jannetty, and MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monty and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
We're living this life, not just dreaming it, we're doing it for it. Straight to the top. Working hard every day just to live out that tower.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, seen here every Thursday from 8:05 to 9 p.m. straight out of Rockstar Studios, out of Village Connection Radio, here in Huntington, New York. At the board is none other than super producer, Mr. Stephen Miller. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't make this up.
We had a little technical difficulty,
Of course,
right?
because I'm here, of course.
Nah, it's not your problem,
Yes,
dude. It happens, right? You know, so whatever.
It's my fault.
It's all good. And then I get locked out of Facebook, too, to top it out.
Yay.
But look, I'm back and I'm live.
Wow,
Unbelievable. To the right is none other than the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Pharaoh. Jimmy, how are you, sir?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
What's new?
Nothing much. Same old, same old. We are here and back for another week of insanity. What do we got?
How was your weekend?
Don't remember. I found a new whiskey and I just don't recall. So,
Dude, you sleep a lot, man.
I don't sleep. I said whiskey. I didn't say sleeping. What the hell? No. Sleeping doesn't even occur anymore. I told you. Unfortunately, I have a sickly cat, as you know. So it's keeping me up all night.
What's going on with the cat, man?
Oh, he's old. He's about 20. He's not feeling well.
20?
Yeah, he's about 20 years old, the cat.
Really?
Yeah. He's all black and Halloween-like looking, classic black cat.
You got a black cat?
I have several black cats, yeah. I have a couple right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have 2 of my many cats.
Dude, no one gets a black cat.
Why
would you get a black cat?
Black cats my whole... Wait a minute, you might have a point.
That might be the problem. That may be the problem that's going on here.
Steve, I don't think it's you. I think it's my black cat aura.
No, it's me. Because
is it you?
It's me.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, if you say so. But anyway, the cat's, he's up half the night whining.
When I wasn't here?
Did this happen last week?
No.
Look at him setting himself up. Did it?
Nah, dude, you're okay. Everything's fine. I didn't
go to school for this. Right, that's the best line, dude. I love that line. Oh, man. Take it away, Mikey. What's going on?
Okay, well, let's talk about...
welcome back to Facebook.
Welcome back to Facebook. I'm just trying to get my act together. I do apologize to the fans. This just happened once in a while.
Well,
Real quick, the Monty and the Pharaoh theme song is from a band, Aqua Cherry, which is this hot band. We love the music. Straight Up is the name of the song. You can get Aqua Cherry's music on Spotify, Reverb Nation, Apple Music, or wherever music is sold. And Aqua Cherry is going to be playing at Katie's tomorrow at 8 p.m. in Smithtown. And then on January 30th, live at Thunder Road, they're playing.
Okay.
So, you know, we should all get together and go see Aqua Cherry.
I want to go to Katie's because the Ghost is there. Yeah.
You could bring your Black Cat.
I bring both Black Cats.
Don't bring me. The amplifiers will explode.
All right, Monty's. I'm focused again. I'm focused again. All right, whenever technology, I get unfocused for a second.
Yeah, well, we know.
So they're playing at Katie's.
Somebody called.
They're playing at Katie's. They're playing at Katie's.
Okay.
And then we should go to Katie's.
Yeah, with the Ghost. Yeah, I would go.
And then one of our other bands that we have our theme song, Wisteria Hall.
Oh, that's right.
None other fronted
theme.
by
Thank you.
the Pharaoh himself, along with his partner Bart Griggs, who just got back from vacation.
Yes.
Did you miss him?
Of course. Yeah, we were hanging out today. Oh, stop. How did I freaking know what this guy is? Ew! Yuck. Fuck out of here.
I missed you, Bart.
Oh, that's just sickening. Yeah, we were hanging out and listening to 2112. Listen to this guy.
I never asked that. They're like, what does Bart stand for? Is Bart just the name?
Bartholomew.
Is it Bartholomew? Is that what that is?
Technically, I've never asked him. By the way, is it Bartholomew?
You've been friends with the guy 85 years.
I didn't realize I'm supposed to technically ask what's on your birth certificate. He's Bart. He's Bart Man. He's Bart. What the frig? I don't know. So, Michael, is it AEL or is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a legitimate question.
Is it Mikkel?
Legit question.
I don't know. Whatever, man.
Mikkel.
Is it Mikkel?
Hello, is it Mikkel?
Like Mikkel Cicluna. How do I know you're not a Mikkel?
You're freaking me out today, bro.
What? Today? All of a sudden today. Yeah.
Listen, so Miller, you weren't here on Saturday. We had two fantastic interviews with the ECW reunion. We had the Sandman along with Just Incredible and one of our favorites, Shane Douglas.
Well, I watched it on a replay. It was spectacular.
Thank you.
No, I really was.
So
great.
Look, we've had a lot of interviews, and you've produced the majority of them. And most of the time, the wrestlers say, this is the best interview I ever had.
Yes.
And sometimes, you wonder, are they working? Yeah, who knows? You know what I mean? It's wrestling, right? We all know wrestling, right? Yeah. Sandman, Shane Douglas, and Just Incredible, this show should be nationwide.
They were having fun.
It should be.
I
had fun.
I got to tell you, I became a mark. I was like, oh my God, I'm marking out right now. I'm like... No, I really felt
like a mark before they got
but
here.
No, but I don't mean marking for them. What I mean is I'm thinking to myself, you know what?
You were marking for
I'm humbled, and it's like I wasn't marking for myself. I just was like,
no, you were just pleased.
Oh my
with the
God!
reaction.
Like, holy cow!
Yeah, they were
maybe we are doing something good here.
Were very
I watch all these other
us.
friggin' podcasts, or not watch or listen, and I watch, and some of them are very entertaining. I'm not just talking about the wrestling ones, but everybody, you think like everybody's doing it. But when a wrestler who's been interviewed thousands and thousands of times say this is the best interview. Now this doesn't happen once; it's happened twice. Wyndham said it. Shane Douglas said it. Just Incredible said it. Senna, Lanny.
What about Lanny?
Coco Beware.
Coco Beware.
Zabisco.
Yep.
I don't know. You know what? And
it's been fun.
It has been fun.
And that was very rewarding. I told you when I came back in after the interview, I said, this is, I think, the best I've ever felt about this.
Really?
And then he got home and the wife just slapped him down.
Oh, stop.
Take the gun.
Honey, I'm home.
You may be assuming, but in 9 out of 10 households, you're probably right. Anyway.
Hey, listen, it ain't just you. Hey, honey, Sandman said I was the greatest. Who the fuck's Sandman?
Pharaoh, get in your chariot and take the garbage out.
Wait a minute. I can always tell when Pharaoh and Bartholomew have done the editing. Fling. What the hell? Mighted.
Let's talk about the cable show. So we rotate every week because we're busy, right?
Yeah.
And we have to have the cable shows queued up because when Mill and Rockstar finally go to cable, it's the same thing.
Yes.
You cannot have the cable. They it becomes annoying. They send you emails every 10 minutes.
And
There's no show. There's no show. You need to put a show up. You need to put a show up.
And we're in multiple slots, unlike other shows. We have multiple slots, so it's like, holy, fill the hole, Batman.
So if we don't fill the hole,
Right.
so we kind of rotate. So my wife goes, "Oh, I always know it's your week when the shitty videos are up."
Oh my God! Just packing the shovel to the head.
That's wonderful.
Bang.
We'll have a special announcement this week. We have another guest which will be coming in on February 29th, but we wanted to talk about Jake the Snake Roberts. Studios on March 6th at 8 p.m. Hopefully Miller will be producing that show.
I'm hoping, yes.
That should be a great show.
Is he bringing the snake? I'm not going near the snake.
on March 7th.
Yeah.
On March 7th, we've got Greg Gagne and the Killer Bees will be on.
Okay.
That's pretty mint, too.
It is.
All right. And,
It is.
you know, Farrow's really looking forward to that
Oh, I
because
know.
we all know what a big fan he is of Greg Gagne.
Absolutely. Should have been champion. I never understood the booking. Go on. Well, that I'm serious about. You know, Vern was still putting himself over, and his son was right there.
And Tony Atlas will also be in on March 7th. Unfortunately, as most wrestling fans know, well, before we get to that, I want to remind everybody to catch Monty and the Pharaoh every Thursday at Village Connection Radio, live from Rockstar Studios from 8:05 to 9 p.m. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, things like that. Channel 115 on Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m. and Channel 115 for you early risers from 6 a.m. to 6:30. We've also...
That's on Saturdays?
Yep, and we've also been added to the Fox Affiliate Sports Network every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m., and that is Sports Talk Radio, I believe, if I have it here. And of course, I didn't put it down, so what can I tell you? You could also see us on Anchor, Apple. Listen to us on Anchor, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Radio Public.
Oh, is that all? Oh.
And Beaker. And Google Podcasts.
Beaker or Breaker? Which one is that?
It's Beaker.
Oh, like Beaker from the Muppet Show?
Dude, my speed typing. Anyway, what an asshole.
Ouch.
As we all know, we were really geared up. As you saw, the beginning intro of the Soul Patrol was going to be in studio. The only interview these guys, Rocky Johnson, Tony Atlas, together. Unfortunately, it seems that the father of The Rock, Rocky Johnson, passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
Age 75.
75.
Thoughts on that, guys?
Complete total shock. Did they list yet what the cause was?
I have not seen anything yet.
Don't mean to be behind on that if it has been made public, but I had no idea that if he was sick, it was a complete shock. What'd you think, Dave Miller?
I felt terrible because from all accounts he was a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah, you hear nice things.
That it was,
I heard from one of our childhood friends earlier today, Eddie Seta, and he said that Rocky lived in his complex, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, and that he used to talk to him from time to time, and he was a really, really sweet man. Everything I've read about him indicates, like what you just said, really, really nice, kind soul. Mm-hmm. Tremendous career, obviously. The first ever black tag team champions. I remember that much more vividly. You seem to remember, and I want you to go into that with me, please. Some of the solo Rocky Johnson, especially the program with Morocco. We know about the genetics. Rocky Johnson gave us The Rock. Good Lord. So, Mike, what were you thinking? I mean, tell us your feelings. Like, of course, this is awful.
I had memories of Rocky Johnson. I remember when Rocky Johnson first arrived at the WWE. Again, majority of my wrestling youth was through the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Johnson came in. He had the boxing gimmick, per se.
Okay.
Short robe. Guy was built like a brick shithouse.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple of things I think I'll share with you today. I remember that, the Rocky movies were out, and you remember how they used to chant for Rocky, 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 right? And they were trying to do that to WWE, but it wasn't working, right? It just wasn't mixing. And the reason I remember that so much is because when his son became The Rock, people would
We're
chant
chanting
Rocky, and
Rocky.
I'm like, how,
Just seemed to
would it
happen
be
that
like,
way for the
would you think serendipity
Son.
would be the right word for that, Miller?
Yeah.
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 So I remember thinking about that, and I'm like, wow. But the one thing I do remember is I was a huge Magnificent Morocco fan. And the Intercontinental title to me back then was even more important than the heavyweight title. Of course, I wanted Morocco to become heavyweight champion.
Sure.
But in his second round as Intercontinental champion, after beating Pedro Morales, he begins a feud with Rocky Johnson. And there's no doubt in my mind as a fan and as a Don Morocco fan, I'm like, Morocco's losing the belt to Rocky Johnson.
That was your gut read at the time.
It's going to happen.
All right.
And they had, midnight television, as you remember on Channel 9. Rocky Johnson
Saturday
is
night,
wrestling the
12
Magnificent
a.m.
Morocco.
Yep.
And the whole time, Captain Lou Albano's trying to get into the ring, and the ref's trying to push him off. And basically, as far as I remember it, I didn't check video, so I could be wrong. So, Stamp fans, you can correct me. Rocky Johnson pins Magnificent Morocco. And
This
the
is
crap.
after a DQ announcement, though, correct?
Well, they don't know. They
Isn't
do
there
not
some
announce
sort
the
of-
DQ. Rocky
Oh,
Johnson wins
okay.
it. He's going crazy, and then they announce.
Then
the
they
DQ.
announced the DQ.
And then
twist.
they do
All
some
right.
matches in Madison Square Garden, and Don Morocco ends up winning
Of-
the title.
right.
Ends up pinning Rocky Johnson, and then they move on to the snooker angle.
You know,
right?
it's funny. My memories of this feud are very hazy, if almost non-existent. But I don't remember being concerned about Morocco losing to Rocky for some reason. Maybe it was just the greatness of Morocco. Who did he drop it eventually to?
He ended up dropping it to your man Tito Santana.
My man. Wait a minute. Mike Valentine took care of that.
Well, Valentine saved you, right?
Right.
So
The great Greg Valentine. Yeah. What a build, though. By the way, Rocky Johnson.
It's huge.
Oh my
Huge.
God! You know.
The other reminder, of course, is Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas winning the Intercontinental Championship, right?
Yeah.
The Intercontinental,
The
tag team champions,
the first ever.
I remember that like yesterday. And again, we talk. We're somewhat old school. You're a little more modern than I am, but that to me was one of the most influential matches ever.
Right.
Two black men winning the tag team championship
It stood
of
the
the
test
world.
of time, that's for sure.
But it was a huge event.
It was.
In my opinion, and people, wrestling fans out there might call it sacrilegious or whatever the case is. They were, I think it was even bigger than Ron Simmons winning the heavyweight championship.
Oh, wow. I remember both very clearly. Both obviously had huge impact. Not sure if I even care to measure. I think they were both very big. Either way, landmark moments, Well, either way, rest in
we
peace.
We lost
the great Rocky.
We
Johnson.
lost the great Rocky Johnson.
Absolutely. I mean, how old weren't we? Teenagers when Rocky first came around?
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
Tony. Wow, yeah, that's a long, long time ago, man.
Miller, you have any memories of Rocky Johnson?
You remember him with Tony Atlas?
Yes, I do.
The
And
tag
I
team?
just remember thinking, like Monty said, this freaking guy is enormous.
Yeah.
The two of them are just enormous together. I don't remember him as a solo.
By the way, if I can be nerdy a little bit with the wrestling, because I get that way, I felt that Rocky was like the more athletic of the two. Between him and Tony.
Sure.
And they complemented each other because Tony was, believe it or not, Tony was more powerful than Rocky, or at least appeared to be on the surface, obviously. So Rocky was like the more athletic guy, and Tony was even more so the power guy. What a team they were, man.
Yes.
Two specimens, different in style, complemented each other. What an excellent tag team, an immortal tag team.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Sad day for wrestling.
Absolutely.
And to be honest with you, I mean, it's a sad day for Monty and the Pharaoh.
Sure is.
Rocky and Tony were scheduled to be
this.
together. Well, obviously we'll talk to Tony when we see him, but I'm wondering what Tony's thinking. We'll find out, I'm sure.
For sure.
What do we got next, Mike? Any
Well, if anyone didn't realize, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
That's what we got next. Be right back.
All right, we're back.
We are.
News is maybe shocking to many of you, very upsetting.
Oh boy.
Sergeant Slaughter was never in the military. Are you in shock right now?
I'm stunned.
The world of wrestling is out of control.
Wait a minute. That was a ruse?
It was fake.
Why am I mortified?
Are you mortified?
Dude, I'm
bought
so...
that?
Well, I got to be honest with you. They always portrayed him as being, even in his stories,
Please help me. Thank you. How did you feel? By the way, folks, before Magnificent Morocco was Mike's love.
Yes, this is
the
true.
The first original bad guy that gravitated Mike into the whole damn scene was Sergeant Slaughter. So I ask you, your first hero in professional wrestling, which was Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes.
How do you, and you having served.
Yes.
How do you feel about this? This is terrible.
I got to be honest.
Paris Island.
I kind of.
I
was kind of like, give the guy a break.
Oh,
you know what?
You, Mike Monty from Monty and the Pharaoh, who served, is gonna let Sergeant Slaughter off the hook. You sap. What are you doing? This is terrible.
Do you remember
this
when?
is
Do you guys
awful.
remember when
This
Sergeant
is awful.
Slaughter stood up and did the Pledge of Allegiance, and the crowd, and then the kids jumped in the ring?
What about G.I. Joe, the cartoon? Fraud. I'm
Listen, we are having some videos are good so
I guess
far.
I shouldn't
Let's
be
try
so
not to bang on
This
anything.
is terrible. Wait a minute. What's underneath here?
I've been locked out. I've been locked out of Facebook.
Yeah.
Bill is on the board, so everything's screwed up.
It's unbelievable. I'm trying to get Watch Party going. Joe out there,
man.
Big Joe, Rick, get our shows out there. Whoa, Rick Allen, Sunny Beach, who will be at the big event with Monty and the Pharaoh on March 7th, and Tony
buddy.
Atlas. Chimed in and says Sarge was a fraud. Wow.
Oh, nice. You see?
Holy moly.
You see?
I love Rick Allen.
Oh, he
man.
doesn't mess around. He runs a security
And I gotta tell you
company.
another thing. Sunny Beach,
Yeah.
Rick Allen.
Yeah.
That was a real pro wrestler, dude.
Yeah.
When you look at pictures of him back in the UWF days, that guy was a friggin' beast, dude. And he's still a beast now, don't get me wrong. But I mean,
Yeah.
woo! I don't know. What are you going to say?
I like those nature.
So
I like those nature
personally forgive Sergeant Slaughter.
You do? Oh,
Give the
wow,
guy a
you know.
break, man.
What?
You know what? He inspired many, many people.
Right.
So what? He's
Falsely.
fake.
Can you imagine, like joining the army? I'm going to be just like Sergeant Slaughter, and then it's like he never served.
Oh, I saw one of these famous these pro wrestling experts. Some guy wrote,
here we
some
go.
guy joins the military because of Sergeant Slaughter, and as he's dying, someone and tears are rolling as his life is passing him. The guy says, "Why did you join?" And he said, "Because of Sergeant Slaughter." And the guy goes, "Sergeant Slaughter is a fraud." Obviously, the dude was on the left.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now we're blaming Sergeant Slaughter for the death of our military personnel.
Yes. Not the enemy.
You know, it's weird.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to shock the world, all you wrestling fans out there.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan didn't drink milk and take his vitamins either. Just so you know.
He said his prayers, though.
I don't even think he said his prayers.
And his name is Terry.
Really?
Dude, this is
What?
fucked. How messed up is that?
And by the way,
Did you
Jungle
know that?
Boy is really not named Jungle Boy.
What?
You did not know that?
Wait a second. If you tell me that Luchasaurus is not from the Jurassic Age, I'm going to lose it. What are you talking about? Wow.
So hey, people out there, give Sergeant Slaughter a break. Will you?
Really?
Give the guy a break.
Should I give him a pass too?
Yeah.
You want me to proclaim him okay?
You know who I don't want to give a pass?
Who?
Our next conversation, Tessa
What's the-
Blanchard.
Why are you not giving
her
her a
problem?
pass?
Tessa Blanchard is now the new TNA heavyweight
She has
champion of the
won
world. Miller,
the,
did you know this?
heavyweight-
I did not know that.
She has defeated Sami Callihan to win the world heavyweight title of Impact Wrestling. This
Wait,
is
a
the first
dude?
ever female has
She beat a
won.
dude?
Yeah, she beat a dude.
Yeah.
Okay, she beat a dude, and I'm like, yeah, she beat a dude. Yeah, that's what happened. Clean, by the way, right?
Clean.
Yeah, no cheating.
So
no.
the businessman in me says, if I was running TNA,
You would've done
I
it.
would have done exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Give her a clean win, right? You don't want to spoil that. Put her as champion. You got to put yourself on the map, right? You're battling Ring of Honor. You're battling AEW.
Yeah.
And you're battling the Beast in the WWE. You got to make yourself different. I don't disagree with the move, but this is what I do have a problem with. I have a problem with, number one, the wrestling experts out there that have ripped The Fiend apart and ripped this one apart or Lana's wedding.
Okay.
But it's
wait a minute. I ripped Lana's wedding.
Well,
but I'm fair.
You're fair.
Yeah,
you are fair.
I
we
am
talked
fair.
about that today.
Right.
You don't have an agenda.
No, I do not.
Right? And that's
I
the
love
difference.
all wrestling companies, and everybody out there knows that.
And when you see shit, you smell shit.
Sure.
And you throw shit.
I always say it's crap, whether it's Vince or anyone else.
So is Tessa Blanchard winning the title shit?
Okay. What I talked about with you earlier, I'll share here.
Good.
I don't agree in theory with it to begin with, but I will say this. If she is going to win, either give me that screw job finish on Sammy's part, or give me an opponent that I can actually believe Tessa can defeat.
Right.
I don't believe that she can defeat Sami Callihan. I did have a little bit of a hard time with that. Look, we all have that right as a viewer to judge whether we believe a matchup is believable. So before you get up my ass, crawl up your own. So that's how I feel about it. Like if there had been maybe an opponent of more believability for Tessa to roll up and pin or just beat the crap out of, and we talked about certain wrestlers I would have bought into her beating,
right?
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Like I said, like I gave strange examples, but I could see her beating Jungle Boy. I can see her rolling up Jungle Boy.
I could too.
I can see Luchasaurus destroying her. You know, there are certain, like I'm using an AEW comparative, but if you want to use Impact past stars, come on. Brian Cage should be walking in and just snapping her in half and go, what are you doing here?
Well, one thing
Look, it is what it is. I don't think it's like you said, business-wise, it called attention to them, and that's good. So, and I also think she's a fantastic wrestler, for whatever that's worth. And I am a fan of Tessa Blanchard, and congratulations, because you just smashed through a barrier that just no one has done.
Well, what were your thoughts on
So
Sandman? What are your
huge
thoughts on
respect for
Sandman's
that,
comments
whatever that-
about Tessa and everything?
I agree with Sandman in principle, and you know I do.
And how about all the people that came out of the woodwork and talking about
What's
what a
about
nasty...
Tessa being a bully?
That's what I'm saying,
This
yeah.
crap. I
Right.
don't know what's going. Do you think that they were just opportunists because they knew she was getting her title shot this weekend? That they just came out of the woodwork with the timing? Was it malicious? Is it true? I have no idea.
What do you think?
I know this much. Look, Pharaoh's a little bit empathic, as you know. So when we were at the big event, you know, when you go past someone, you meet somebody, you get a vibe, right?
Sure.
Like, you know, Tessa was there. I got nothing but a good vibe off of her. I wasn't sensing anything bad. You know?
You got good vibrations from her?
Oh, stop. How do we get the Beach Boys in the middle of this? Good
vibe.
What a great tune. Oy, what a genius that Wilson guy was.
Let me ask you,
Anyway.
do you find Tessa attractive? Am I wrong for asking this question?
Well, you know what's weird? You normally don't get these answers out of me, but do I think it, pass or fail? She's certainly a pass in my opinion, but that's, it's not a fail. What are we getting at?
Hit it.
Well, whatever, man, but it's not a fail. What are we talking about here? Oh, that's right. You've got the breast problem, right? That's your problem.
Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Well, I remember in the past you put words in your own mouth.
I think Tessa's,
something about
Tessa's,
Charlotte Flair's chest.
I think
being moved
Tessa's little niblets are perfectly fine.
Little niblets. That sounds like a TV dinner. Swanson presents Little Niblets with Monty and the Pharaoh. Hey, we got a new sponsor coming.
Dude, how great would that
That'd be great. You sitting there with your little niblets, watching wrestling at 4 a.m. Your wife's throwing shit at you. Go to bed, you fucking loser. Oh my God, it'd be great.
Fucking loser.
Yeah. Then Miller calls you up in the middle of the night. I didn't go to school for this. Click.
I didn't go to school for this.
It's great.
You should have never said that, Miller, because that line will be used forever.
Steve, it's great. Steve's irreversibly funny in my mind when he says this shit. It's funny though.
Listen, first of all,
my
Farrell
God.
and Miller, I don't appreciate you body shaming people because they don't have beautiful breasts. Okay?
What are you talking about?
A woman is made in all different parts.
You don't think that Bill Byrne unplugged his car on the way home, do you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Unplugged.
All right, look.
What do you got?
AEW just signed a huge contract with TNT. What do you think? To 2023.
Well, I know that it's not a bad thing. How could it be a bad thing? They've had decent ratings. I told you, if they get between a 1 and a 1.5, they've done their job. And I think that they've done.
Do you think now they can slow down whatever they're doing and then...
Slow down what? This is. I think that their plan is to expand storylines because they're going to be adding AEW Dark.
But that doesn't mean they'll slow down everything and not rush all these storylines and because now they got time. 2023.
Now that they got 2 shows, wouldn't it be ironic if they start giving us too much crap? You know, like all of a sudden they're swamping us with too much material. Like, you know how Raw every week is too many hours? Now it's AEW will be too many hours. What are they doing?
I don't know, but we're going to take a quick commercial break.
All right.
And then we're going to get to my favorite part of the show.
No, we're not. No.
All right?
No.
All right, we're back. And we're going to get to our favorite part of the show. Pharaoh, your favorite part of the show, too.
Oh, shut up.
Maybe.
Shut up.
The Evan Ginsberg rant of the week. I love it. Okay. So, people, Evan Ginsberg, associate producer of The Wrestler, associate producer of 350 Days, used to have a show here on Village Connection. Evan is man, oh man.
Go on.
You're throwing me off my game. Evan, we call the secret jewel of professional.
Is that what you call him? That's interesting. Go on.
Wow. Anyway, Angelo DiCipio, who hosts a wrestling show called Wrestling in the Future. Is that what it is?
Well, if you say so, go on.
What do you mean?
I'm just listening right now. This is my favorite part of the program.
It's called Wrestling with the Future. So it's a podcast out there. They get some good stuff. They have good conversation.
Nice guy. Nice fellow.
He's a very nice gentleman.
He is.
He actually wrote an open letter to Evan Ginsberg. Can I read that to you? And then maybe you guys can weigh in. And so we've actually got the open letter to Evan Ginsberg from Angelo. Yes. And then we have the Evan Ginsberg rant of the week.
You really gave me an extra plate of Niblets this week, didn't you?
Are you ready?
Go ahead, nibble away.
An open letter to Evan Ginsberg. Okay. Evan, you are uniquely qualified to do a great many things in life, like broadcasting, public relations, public written works, author books, teach school children. All these above mentioned trade or vocations are noble and admirable. What is not is your interaction with almost uncontrollable reaction to the idiocy, that you engage in the trolls, misfits, and malencons. Am I saying that right? Whatever the fuck it is. Fuck off. You were
Mummichons.
Sounds like it sounds like
read much, Monty? I don't know.
Read much. You draw well.
You are better than this. Stop the cycle of madness and mediocrity.
Yes, better than this.
Or it is just going to continue to perpetuate itself endlessly.
Oh my God, Angelo's on fire.
Telling you like an older brother.
He's on
brother.
Fire. Yeah. Two brothers?
Two brothers.
Dude, did that end with an exclamation point?
No explanation
point.
point.
It would have been great with
Thought about the open letter to Evan trying to get him under control to stop the rant, which, by the way, Angelo, mind your business.
What?
Because this is very important to the show. Evan's rants are important.
No, it is
Stick
not.
to your own.
What?
Stick to your own show and shut up.
Oh
all right?
My God!
And leave Evan alone.
What on
I agree
earth?
with Monty.
Really?
Yes.
Well, the only thing I was going to say to Angelo about this is just good luck. You're wasting your breath. And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Well, you got the answer there. Do you think Angelo's wasting his breath and time?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
That's basically it. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Well, anyway, Angelo, mind your business so we can get to a very important part, the Evan Ginsberg rant of the week.
Oh,
there you go.
Here we go. Are you ready?
No.
Ready?
Nope.
What exactly is the point of taking four great wrestlers, singers, musicians, etc., and asking supposed fans on Facebook pages to throw one off a boat or whatever other nonsensical exercise? 3 remain, 1 has to go. They joyfully post, and they're great. Really? And especially if they're departed, why diminish anyone's legacy? As they say, opinions are like assholes.
Oh, come on. Really?
You made me curse on cable.
Did you really?
Everyone has one.
I'm going to have to horn that.
Everyone has one, you know. You have an asshole?
Last I checked.
Some folk actually go out and gasp Be like, I'm going to give some... right? Accomplish things instead of commenting and attacking timeless arts of others. Gentlemen, part of the Evan Ginsberg rant of the week is to weigh in. Thoughts on these comments, gentlemen?
Evan seems annoyed. I don't get it. Like, what do I care? If someone says throw one guy off a boat, so... And?
If the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, and the Kinks are on a boat.
Kinks.
I am throwing the Kinks off that boat so
Kinks
fast.
don't have a shot.
Yeah, you don't even know what hit you.
Hey,
you know?
I agree.
Does this make you a bad person?
Why? Because I want to throw
Where'd
the Kinks
you-
over.
I got a question. I'll ask you guys even. I'll
stick.
I'll get away from music. I'll stick to wrestling.
What?
Mandy Rose,
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss,
Yeah.
Sasha Banks,
Yeah.
and Nia Jax are on a boat. Which one do you throw it on?
What a wave!
Well, not even on looks. I throw over Nia Jax just to save the boat.
Yeah, but how are you going to throw her?
But how are you going to throw her? You can't throw her.
over.
Can you lift Nia Jax?
No, I can't lift the forearm.
So you got to choose the
What are
other
you
three. See how
talking about?
smart I am? You see? This is what I know.
So you're flinging Alexa off the boat?
Alexa Bliss.
No,
Alexa's gotta go.
Sasha stays on the boat.
Oh,
Sasha
Sasha
on the
stays
boat.
on.
Look at you. Oh,
She's in the
Sasha stays on the
Hall of
boat.
Fame.
She's in that. That's true.
The butt. I'm sorry.
That is.
Well,
That
Alexa's
is,
got
that
it.
is true.
Man, you guys are just
What?
male chauvinists.
Oh, right. You're the one who brings it up. Oh, let's talk about the chicks. That's all you do is talk about the chicks.
All right. So the question is it really wrong to throw someone off a boat?
Yes.
Hypothetically?
Yes.
No, it's not.
What?
It's like playing a video game.
It's like playing. If you do it
I
for
played
real.
a video game and I dropped
you-
a
what?
bomb on Paris. It doesn't mean I actually want to destroy
Oh, if you're playing
Paris.
a game,
A game.
I thought you were being like,
It's funny
for real.
it's funny how Monty and the
Right.
Pharaoh work. We're going to parlay this boat into
We
this.
work?
Yeah, here, you check. You ready?
God.
Chris Jericho this week jams a metal spike into Moxley's eyes, but then invites him on his cruise.
Now that is true art. That's true.
How do you like that?
That's
I just
awesome.
put something in your eye to kill you, but guess what? You'll be on my cruise.
Let's get lit. How's that eye? Loser. I don't get it. That's hilarious. Yeah, but I think it's real art. Don't you think it's art? Because it was AEW jamming that spike into his eyeball. That's art.
And guess what? They're allowed to go on cruises.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could try to. Hey, look. I try to kill you, but why can't we go on vacation together?
Just
Right.
you know what I heard? I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but Moxley walked up to him with the thing in his eye and was like, "Please tell me on the cruise you're gonna play. I'm becoming. No.
You jammed the knife between my shoulder blades. Why can't you buy me a pina colada?
Oh my God. Oy.
Hey, why not?
Why not? Hey.
Yeah, but how about
Because they're creating art.
How about you got Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho versus Neville? That's what's going on over there.
On the cruise?
No, in AEW. Oh, in AEW! It's Dean Ambrose,
Feeling
Moxley,
hot,
and
hot,
Neville.
hot.
It's like, wait a minute.
On the cruise.
On the-
hot.
He's got it in his eye. Me eye on fire. Oh, Chris Jericho is hot. What the
Leave
frig?
me alone now.
Could you imagine Moxley doing the Macarena?
That's awesome.
What?
Oh, Moxie Rayner.
Dude, he hates parties. He was on Total Divas. He used to be miserable. Every single social occasion they brought him to, he was like, "Get me out of here."
Well, he's got such great personality.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
Yeah, wet carpet. Yeah.
I mean, he's the only one that goes on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast.
And ruins
Stone Cold,
it.
And Stone Cold wants to kill the guy
He really
because he's
wants
got
to beat
nothing
him
to
up.
say. So did you
Right.
get mad? No, not really.
Right. Oh, that almost killed his career.
I create art.
That kind of sunk him a little bit there.
Anyway, I want to thank Evan Ginsberg every week, Evan. What is your problem? And I want to say, Angelo, mind your own business.
Would you stop with Angelo? What did he do?
He's going to ruin the show.
Actually made sense.
What? Don't stop Evan's rants.
Come on.
Come
What if Evan listens to him?
What about all the times Evan? What about all the times Evan actually said, "I really should stop doing this," and the next day, fuck it. You know, it's like, come on already. Which is it? Oh my God! And by the way,
Oh my God, I
you
can't.
are not hypnotized for your own political opinion. You're not hypnotized. I love it if it's the opposite
People
point.
impose
You're
power.
hypnotized. You've been hypnotized by the Don. what is
political
going
stuff.
on here? I didn't realize he was a hypnotist, Donald Trump.
A hypnotist.
My God, he could be a lot of things, but a hypnotist? No, I don't know about that.
Orange man bad.
What? Orange man? Yeah. Is he orange, by the way?
Peach.
Is he actually really orange?
Who are we talking about?
Donald Trump. What's
Orange
the
man
orange
bad.
thing anyway? What color is his hair? He seems blonde to me.
guy's like 80 years old. Give him a
He's
break.
dyed anyway. What's the difference? What do you got?
We've got some shocking news that just came over
here
the
we
wire.
go. What?
Donald Trump will be having Sergeant Bob Slaughter arrested for making believe he was in the U.S. Marine
I
Corps.
thought you were going to tell me he's making him an honorary sergeant. Because that's something Trump would do. What do you mean he was? Make him legit. What are you talking about?
Colonel Slaughter.
Right. He would do that. Bing, bing, bing.
Promoted.
Boom, you're in.
Battlefield promotion.
Next thing you know, he's bombing Iran. Slaughter. He hasn't done it his whole life. Guess what? Not only are you now a sergeant, you get to push the button. Right, Roo?
Do you think they back in the day when he became Iraqi for that short period and became the champion?
Yeah.
You think the Iraqis are now angry knowing that Bob Slaughter was not in the U.S. Marine Corps?
Or in the Iraqi General Guard.
Oh, they're going to be up in arms. They better not let that out. They get even crazier.
get crazy.
Oh, they'll be
They might
bad.
cause a fatwa.
All right, your girl NXT. Let's talk a little NXT. You ready?
Yeah.
Bianca Blair
Yeah.
gets the #1 spot. What are you thinking, bro?
I'm bored. That's what I'm thinking. Why does Bianca Blair do absolutely nothing for me? Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. That long hair whipping the hair around and
So I have a little question.
tremendous
I have
athlete.
a little question.
Don't get
for
me
you.
wrong. Just
Can you answer this question?
maybe.
Why'd you put it on the script?
Because I know you love women's wrestling, so I figured let me bring up the women because Mike likes to talk about the women. So there it was. And I thought
that's your token thing.
I thought you'd be. It is for NXT this week. I mean, I thought you'd be
I give
interested.
Monty a bone.
I thought you'd be interested. I do that all the time. Just like Mandy's here. There's Alexa.
Let's not jump the gun.
Right. You know, I always put stuff in that you
AEW has DDP.
Yeah, way to push the young talent. He's 60.
What do you mean?
He's 63, and he was in a major program this week. Going against the other guy. It was like, oh my God, what's going on here?
He
I thought.
wrestled.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
yeah, and he did.
It's a shame.
I don't.
It's
look,
a shame.
I'm not against DDP getting in the ring, but when you're featuring him this heavily on AEW, I thought you're rich. You're the future. You're rich. You've got all this young talent. Blah 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 blah. This is what you do. Okay. If Vince did this, oh my God, the guy's 63 years old. What's he doing in the ring? What is this, a Jarrett Hall on a pole match? I can't. It's like, stop it. Stop. They
All right.
killed Goldberg. He's 51. DDP 63. Doesn't look like Goldberg either. Go on.
Goldberg looks good.
Goldberg looks great.
He looks
Go
great.
on. Can't wrestle for shit.
Here is something I enjoyed.
Oops.
Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
beats the crap out of R-Truth.
No, he didn't. He beat the crap out of Bong Hit.
What?
That's what Paul Heyman called R-Truth.
Bong
He
hit.
turned to him. He's like,
That was a funny segment.
He's like,
It
yeah, it
was
was.
great.
He's
That
like,
was
turned to him. He's
awesome.
like, hey, Bong Hit. That was funny.
And then our man Mojo.
Mojo gets
Brutus
the
the Barber Beefcake. Mike Riley.
Did you
whatever
like
that
how
was.
Lesnar laughed at the 24/7 title though? After he destroyed Truth, he looks at his belt. He's like, I would want this,
Dude,
thing.
that's what I'm.
He just left it there for Mojo to come running in and take it.
We were
off of
we
Truth's
were
lifeless
talking
body.
about this in the car before.
Yeah.
You got people out there like Hulk Hogan was garbage, right? And it's amazing to me. And I got on his feed and I go, how could Hulk Hogan be garbage? He was part of probably the top four of the best 10 matches in wrestling history. And they're like, what matches? And then someone writes in WrestleMania 3. And I'm like, it's beyond WrestleMania 3. He fought the Ultimate Warrior. He fought Macho Man Savage, and you could even put The Rock as one of those matches. But the point we were saying was, when Hogan wrestled, it was a big event feel. Mm-hmm. When Lesnar wrestles, it's a big event feel.
That's right.
Regardless how much you hate the guy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm not putting down the new group in town, but Cody Rhodes against Moxley doesn't make me feel like all mushy inside.
It's not.
I don't get all squishy.
It's not the bigness of a Brock Lesnar. You get squishy when Lesnar comes in. Huh?
I do. I get moist.
What? Yeah, he's gonna hurl all over the board. What are you doing?
Lesnar's on. I'm moist.
Doesn't Heyman dry you up at all to like counteract that? What's wrong with you?
It's funny, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monty is moist.
Great.
What the frig?
What the hell's wrong with it?
I
How'd you
don't
like
know
the
what's wrong with
signing
you.
between your girl Asuka and Becky Lynch?
My girl. All I know is that.
But wait a minute, before you answer that, we're going to
You'll
take
be
a quick
right
commercial
back.
break. All right, we're back anyway. Asuka and Becky Lynch. What do you think?
Green Mist. That's what I think.
I love Green Mist.
Isn't that great?
I love Green
It
Mist.
just keeps happening all the time.
I love Green
When are they
Mist.
going to learn that the Green Mist is coming?
You never look for 20 years. Great Muda. And by the way, Kendo Nagasaki. Thoughts on Kendo Nagasaki passing, gentlemen?
There goes another
We
one.
shouldn't, bypass that.
This
Kendo was a
is true.
big deal.
Yep.
I didn't know who that was. I'm sorry.
That's okay,
It's okay.
Steve. That's okay.
Your thoughts on Kendo Nagasaki?
Well, he's oh boy, where do you put him in between like the Mudas and the Kabukis and
All right, I don't want to speak ill of the dead,
Where
but
does
you know what my problem with Kendo Nagasaki
What's
was?
that?
I don't like bald, long-haired Chinese people or Japanese people.
I can't.
Like, either have no hair or cut your, or
And if
have
you
full head of
idiots
hair.
at home can't realize that this is a shtick, you're a schmuck.
What are you talking about?
Just go ahead, keep going, offend
No,
everyone,
seriously.
keep going.
Did you like the bald, long hair makeup look? I wasn't a big fan.
No.
Were you a big fan of Kendo?
He gave me the uncomfortable visual of a Snitsky, if that's what you're getting.
That's what I'm getting at.
It's like,
that's why you're the
some
pharaoh.
wrestlers
Yes.
just, you look
Yeah,
at
it's
them, you're
like,
like, who was that Bastion booger?
Right.
Has to be the most uncomfortable guy to look at ever. I'm like, I can't even watch this match.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, holy Niblets. He's like a freaking case. In his diaper.
But that
big
was my
fat-
problem with Kendo Nagasaki.
Oh,
When you have, I call it...
Come on, man, he passed away. Stop.
No, but listen to what I'm saying
go
here.
ahead.
I'm not attacking the guy.
No,
all
I'm
I'm
not saying
saying to
you
you
are,
is,
but-
look,
It
when-
worked for you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're
on the
allowed to
men
say
level, right? With men, when they start to lose their hair, they have something called doll head, right? It's like
I
the
hate
hair
you.
separate. When you looked at a doll, and
Yeah,
the
you
hair's
wanna
like
see
plugged
it?
in.
Hold on a second.
But so you have doll head. You got a full head of hair. No.
You killed me when you.
But anyway, there's also a problem for men. It's called clown look.
Clown look?
Yeah, it's balding with the shoehorn, and then your hair's long.
Like,
Yes.
it's
Bozo
like
the Clown.
Curry,
Yeah, like Bozo.
like Curry from
Bozo.
It.
I always called
Yeah,
him.
yes.
Oh,
I always called him Bozo.
Yeah, Bazo.
Bazo.
Otherwise known as a Bazo.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
So
no,
Kendo Nagasaki always had that clown look to me, and then I
Right.
couldn't take him
I don't know
seriously.
about
Right? He
this.
used to come out and be like, "Oh, it's Kendo Nagasaki." I'm like, "Oh boy."
Okay. All right. Rest in
What?
peace there, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Rest in peace, Kendo.
Thanks for the memories, Kendall.
Oh, my
Thanks for the memories.
Lord, help me. Help me, folks. Help me.
You guys are evil.
Me? What else you got?
Murphy and Aleister Black, round 3.
Now, that is art.
Go ahead.
Those two guys are
Way
art.
in there, Pharaoh.
Those two guys are putting on a program recently that is absolutely fantastic. Any wrestling purist has to absolutely love this. I find it hilarious that it's being ignored by the independent champions. This is a tremendous program between two incredible
Again, I don't
wrestlers.
see anyone bragging the so-called
Tremendous.
pro
And
wrestling
Buddy-
experts,
and Buddy Murphy's
are we,
becoming a
aka
star!
WWE haters.
Yeah.
They don't say a word about this.
No, and Buddy Murphy's becoming a star. He's becoming a star. He's coming up the ranks, and nobody says a word. He's fantastic.
Did you watch the Tessa Blanchard match?
I
start to finish?
No. I only saw
See, honesty by the Pharaoh. I love it.
No. But my opinion is fully formed. You
Okay,
know what
so
I
I
mean?
watched the
That's
whole thing
basically-
because I wanted
okay.
to see what I got.
Good. What do you got?
It wasn't a 5-star match.
Okay, rank it. What are you going to give it? 3?
Maybe.
Understand when I say a 3, that means a 60 on a report card. That means a D.
No.
Is
It's
it
not
a C?
D. No, it's a B.
So it was good.
It's a B for the moment.
Okay.
The match itself was okay.
So then you give it a 4 out of 5 if you're ranking it correctly.
I guess if that's the ranking system.
In my mind, it is because when we grew up, an 80 was a B. 80 out of 100 was a B. So if it's good, it's good. So
Or
I
if
see
it was
that
a
one.
D, we used to make it into a B.
I mean, I'll give Murphy and Black an A. What they've been doing
Every
the last
match.
few weeks.
Every
it's
time.
A. And by the way, can we just get this clear? NXT is part of WWE. For all you wrestling purists who love to sling.
What do you mean?
I mean that NXT is part of WWE. It's part of their product. It's part of their philosophy. And NXT is an incredibly great wrestling-first approach, which is what independent folks want in the first place. And just recognize that NXT is part of WWE, you know? If they were so ignorant to your wishes, you wouldn't have an NXT. But we have one. And I find it hilarious that the independent guys always seem to ignore the NXT.
Pharaoh, I always love when you make a stand.
It's the truth,
You are making
though.
a stand.
Where is the praise for Matt Riddle? Where is the praise for Keith Lee? Where is the praise from all these people who are complaining about the company when NXT is part of the company? Just stop it already. It's all part of their system, and they have a system. So while people are getting excited that AEW got added for another 3 years because Khan is friends with the guys at TNT behind the board, you know, I mean, there's a system. There's a whole network in place with the WWE. It is multi-layered, and it's been around for decades, and it will be around for decades. So, sorry, and it will be.
So,
you know,
last Thursday, Miller, you weren't here, but I officially announced that I've left Alexa, and I've officially moved on with Mandy.
This slut.
And what happens? Alexa gets angry, and what match do we get on SmackDown?
Mandy versus Alexa.
They fought over you, Mike.
It was a Monty on a pole match.
It was a Monty on a pole match.
How did they get you up there and keep you up there? That's some.
Are you trying to say I'm fat?
No, I'm trying to say you're a big dude. Would you stop putting words in my mouth? Just a big dude. How about a big dude?
Are you trying to say I'm a fat slob?
What? They had an extra pole for the double
fat
hernia.
slob. A fat slob on a pole match.
Fat slob on a pole match. That's terrible. Oh,
anyway,
man.
is Mandy finally the best?
She beat Alexa. What about that?
Let me ask you this: Is
that favoritism in booking because she's now hanging out with?
Is Mandy
ready to make the ascension?
Is this ready? Is this now here?
I think that was step one.
Is that the hottest? Is this the hottest angle going on in the WWE right now?
Is this going to continue? Mandy and Alexa, one-on-one?
Forget about Mandy and Alexa. I'm talking about Mandy and Otis.
Oh, here we go with Otis again? You know how much I don't care about this. Whatever.
I think it's the hottest angle they got going. It's
you
fun.
Love this cornball.
Did you see
crap.
that she gave Otis a cake to say she was sorry?
I saw she gave Otis a cake.
And now Otis came out, and that's why Alexa...
Oh, it's so interesting. Go on. What happened with the cake? Did he eat it?
He did.
Did he shit it out yet?
No, more importantly, Otis started showing the world his actionable tongue.
His what?
Tongue.
Was this on the Hulu version? I don't know. What did he do with his tongue? I don't want to know what he did with his tongue.
I'll tell you what, that tongue is quick.
Dude, this is what you look forward to when you watch wrestling, huh? Wow. I wonder how Otis' tongue is going to be this week with the fruitcake.
It's art.
What the No, I can't. What else you got?
I want to mention Joe out there, my man Joey. He says, to show my loyalty to you guys, I told a girl I cannot speak to her right now because I'm listening to the Monty and the Pharaoh show. Look at that.
What?
How do you like that? Talk about interaction.
He's blowing off a babe for Monty and the Pharaoh?
I would too.
That's heavy duty.
Wow.
On the other hand, my wife just wrote, your show sucks. All right, guys, look. Royal Rumble. Got a few minutes here. Royal Rumble, a week away.
Yeah.
They're really not pushing. Like, it's odd. I don't see much of the women's. They're really not even pushing the Royal Rumble. It seems odd this year.
Yeah, I'm really not feeling that. But something tells me this Royal Rumble is going to wind up being pretty damn good. Maybe for that reason. Who knows?
So I'm going to just ask you guys to take stabs.
Yeah.
If you were to say there's going to be one special appearance on the male Royal Rumble side and then the female Royal Rumble side, who? And try to be legitimate. Don't say Hulk Hogan or something stupid like that, right? Who do you think really has a legitimate chance of showing up for the Rumble on the men's side?
On a surprise? Edge.
Well, you know you always have that
Edge.
special...
Edge.
You're going with Edge?
Well, I want to go with Punk, but I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger with Punk. I hope it's Punk, but I don't think it's going to be Punk. I am smelling that Edge is going to come back.
How are you going to feel if you hear the Edge music come on?
Oh, I did. Come on. I'll go nuts. That would be great. But how much is he coming back for? Is this like, has he been cleared? Can he give us a year? Can he give us 2 years? I'd love to have Edge for a couple of years, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Miller, thoughts? What do you think, Edge?
CM Punk.
I wish. That's my number one pick. I hope.
That's my guy.
I hope.
I'm going to tell you what. If CM Punk comes out at the Rumble and I see someone trash that,
oh, God.
I'm going to be like, turn in your pro wrestling
Yeah,
card.
you don't know theater. Because if Punk returns, that's theater.
You've just changed the game.
God. Yeah.
And I mean,
the
legitimately.
ratings will at least another million in ratings every week, probably, with Punk around. I don't see it here, and I have to mention it, though. As we're talking about the Royal Rumble, I am beginning to really feel that we're heading towards McIntyre Lesnar.
By the way, our boy Rob out there says Edge before Punk.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's more. That's why I
What
said
if you
Edge,
get Edge
more
and
realistically.
Punk?
I think if we get both, oh my God! But I do think Edge more realistically. Punk is going to be. The trigger will be pulled, but I don't know when.
I got to tell you, WrestleMania is my favorite right?
Yeah.
I think I said it was my favorite.
Yeah,
right?
WrestleMania is my favorite
Okay.
too. Basically, with SummerSlam.
But I gotta tell you, Royal Rumble is so close.
That is my personal
It's like,
favorite. What am I saying?
Survivor
That's
Series
my
is one of my
favorite.
favorites too. But
Yeah, I'm not that as crazy as Royal Rumble is my favorite.
yeah,
event.
Royal Rumble. You know what? You can make the Royal Rumble with one surprise entrant.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Women's side.
I just don't care. What? I don't
Ronda
know.
Rousey's coming out and she's making.
There
her
you
return.
go.
And she's
You know what?
winning
They
the
need
Rumble.
her.
I'm telling you right now, Becky, Ronda Rousey, WrestleMania, the rematch.
Interesting.
The
I can
man.
See that. I can. See
This is
that.
happening. This you heard
I
it
can
from me
see
right
that.
now. That is what you're getting.
And I think we're gonna
and it's going to be white hot.
And I think we're going to get Lesnar McIntyre for one belt, and we're going to get Corbin Reigns for the other one. I think that's where we're headed.
Question to you guys.
Corbin, by the way, is
Question to you guys.
the absolute top,
out of the
top heel in the company.
Out of the impossibility of it.
He's hated.
Just the impossibility of it.
Yeah.
It's nearly impossible, but it would be incredible if it did happen. Lesnar wins the Rumble and challenges the Fiend for a unification match.
Well, that would be very, very cool. That would be cool.
I mean, that wouldn't just be cool.
That would be a first, wouldn't it?
It would be.
That would kind of be a first.
There's two things that could really happen. Three
its-
things that could
in the
really
current
happen.
day.
Edge winning the Rumble, getting a shot at Lesnar.
That's
all right.
nuts.
Punk
That's
winning
nuts.
Punk winning the Rumble, getting a shot.
Right.
Or Lesnar from number one wins the Rumble and then challenges the Fiend.
Interesting.
It's a
I
cool setup for
you,
WrestleMania.
You could, and I'm telling you, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, it's a no-brainer, man.
I really feel like we're heading towards Drew McIntyre's time. I feel like we're going to be looking at McIntyre and Lesnar.
Bro, there's no way that they're gonna look.
McIntyre and Lesnar is a great match.
It is a great match, but you're not at WrestleMania.
I'm not
It's
so
not
sure.
Bro, come
I'm
on.
starting to see signs that it's time for his push. I am. I'm just telling you, it's my gut read, but we'll see what happens. I mean, they're going to always go the safe route, but I ask you seriously, who is Lesnar's logical opponent from what we've known of the roster for this upcoming year? He's done Rollins. We've seen it. He's done Reigns. We've seen
Dude,
it.
the logical
Tell me
thing is
who.
he's wrestling Reigns. It's already like...
No, because Reigns is going to be doing the Corbin thing. I just got that
They're
feeling.
going to carry this on?
I think they are. I think they are.
All right, we got about one more minute. I want you guys to weigh in on Triple H's comments with Paige. I don't know if you heard about this, Miller. Let the Pharaoh fill you in.
Basically, something came up where Triple H was mentioning kids, some wrestler is kid, and then he mentioned Paige, and he
Well, they were talking
said
about
she probably
injuries.
doesn't even know how many kids.
They were talking about injuries, and then
Okay.
wrestlers coming back.
Okay.
And, how Daniel Bryan surprised them, and,
Right.
yada, yada, yada. And then he started talking about Paige, and they were talking about
He
Paige's
said she's
possible
got kids
comeback.
out there she probably doesn't even know about.
And you were pretty offended by that.
I just thought that it was an asinine comment, but it's not. I didn't go on publicly and say anything. I guess I'm saying it now
So
because
Miller,
you're asking me.
he made an off-color joke that
He apologized for it too, by the
He
way.
said, Paige probably has some kids she doesn't even know about.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little stupid for the head of the company.
I think that's
a
stupid,
little
reckless
stupid.
talk.
That's
Come on.
real- for the head of, I mean,
That's
going
reckless.
out of character. For
Wasn't
the head
necessary.
Of the second in command, basically, of $1 billion.
And look, it hurt. It did hurt her. You know, it did
whether
hurt her
or not,
feeling.
It's
You know.
just a stupid ass comment.
I think Paige has been through enough shit. She didn't need
Yeah,
that.
I don't think
That's
she
just my
needed that.
opinion. I do like Paige, though. You know, I'm partial to Paige.
Miller, that's why I love you, because I agree with you there. When you representing a company like that, you got to put all shtick aside.
If you
can't be funny like that.
Yeah, what was
You
that?
got to break character at that point.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you literally are the head of the second in command of $1 billion.
He realized
company.
it, though. He publicly said it was tasteless. He was sorry. So it is what it is. You move on.
Yeah.
I think
know.
he tried to make a joke,
Yeah.
and he thought it was funny.
Right.
But I think what Miller's saying makes a lot of sense. It's like, you've got to check yourself when you're in that type of position.
Not to switch back to the previous subject, but I have to get your opinion. What can the WWE do for you as the viewer to get McIntyre to the point where you're salivating for him, Lesnar? What does he got to do? Because so far he's starting to do stuff. Is there anything you're looking for to get him like, yeah? Because you know he's going to be the face. He's starting to be a face, and it's working. It's working with the crowd. McIntyre's working the crowd
Here's
well.
the problem. Here's the problem.
He's just not sexy enough as far as
it's
the marketability.
McIntyre has the look. He's got it.
Yeah.
But you know what? We always talk about this. And this is the foolishness
Something
I hear
missing?
out there all the time. You know what's missing?
What's missing?
It.
He has some it factor.
No, he doesn't.
No
In
it
fact,
factor? That's rough.
The big problem
Wow.
is here is there's not a lot of wrestlers left that have it.
And
Who
there's-
has it? currently on the roster?
Lesnar.
Yeah, he's got it.
Undertaker.
Oh, Undertaker's not currently on the roster.
Okay. Then I would tell you Lesnar. I would tell you...
It's rough, isn't it? Not
Mandy Rose.
AJ Styles has it.
No.
He's got it?
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Oh, my God. But Mandy Rose has it and AJ doesn't? Excuse me. Bang!
Maybe not for you.
It is high. It is far.
Hold on.
What?
Maybe she doesn't have it for you.
Okay.
I can understand that.
You know what? If we're really talking it,
yeah.
Lesnar has it. CM Punk has it.
Yes.
John Cena has it.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan has it.
Yep.
Macho Man Savage has it. Ricky Steamboat did not have it.
That's correct.
In the ring, he had it.
But he did not have it.
He did not have it.
No. Here's the thing.
Roddy Piper had it.
You.
I know what you're saying. I completely know what you're saying.
You know who had it?
Mr. Fuji had it.
Listen, we've had famous wrestlers.
Couldn't even speak the
We've had
language.
famous
It was
wrestlers
great.
in here.
Go on.
Right?
Yeah.
Barry Windham.
Yeah.
As much as I loved him, did not have it.
Not on the mic, but wow.
No,
in
my
the
point
ring.
is
In
like,
the ring,
you know what
he
it
had
is? It is this.
What is
WrestleMania main event? Gotta watch it. Gotta go.
Right.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to be there.
Right.
They're wrestling at the Coliseum. They're wrestling at the Garden. I gotta be there. I gotta see that guy.
Right.
No one has it anymore.
Punk
the
had
problem
it.
is too is that you don't have Captain Lou Albano to help the guy who ain't
Have
got
it.
on the mic.
That's right, my
true,
friend.
Too.
Classy
Where
Freddie
would
Blassie,
Killer
you
Khan?
don't
Great
have-
Where
points.
would Killer
Great
Khan,
points.
who was awesome, where would Killer Khan have been without his managers? Gotta have those managers, you know.
You're
For
right.
a guy like Killer Khan, and it's
You're right.
it's a shame. Like I see Damian Priest in NXT, big dude. Boy, does he need a manager? Doesn't he need a manager?
Shawn Michaels have it.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Scott Hall have it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
At some points in his career.
No, he had it. He's
Some points in his career.
Magnet. I was always
When he returned to WWE from WCW, he did not have it anymore.
It was tired.
Interesting.
Thank you.
You're right.
Tired is the word.
No, you're right. The end of the end of
Funny
the
thing is,
return
Hogan never
wasn't-
got tired.
No.
And that's my point to these
Nope.
people.
Nope.
Hogan was nothing. You're out of your mind.
Right.
That guy had it for 20-something years,
Yep.
no matter what he did.
20, try 30.
Hulk Hogan was on the cover of fucking Time magazine. Ooh,
It's okay.
No, it's fine,
Magazine,
dude. We got
Time
this horn
magazine.
thing, you know.
Time magazine.
Yeah. What
So
about
anybody
Sports
who says Hogan
Illustrated?
didn't have
And
it
Sports
is a
Illustrated
moron.
too. We put wrestling on the cover of Sports
Moron.
Illustrated.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
You said it. Piper had it.
Oh,
Savage
Lord,
had it.
did he have it?
You know what? And
You know who had it? To be fair to the old school guy, Dusty Rhodes had it.
That was just gonna go.
Dusty
Go
Rhodes
away
had
for
it.
these WWE haters. Let's call someone from NWA,
Ric
WCW.
Flair totally had it. I mean, my God. you
Flair,
know?
Dusty Rhodes, Sting had it
Sting
for
had
a
it.
time.
Dude, Sting had
For
it.
a time.
Oh, Sting so had it.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You know who didn't have it?
Who?
Harley Race.
Correct. In the ring, he had it, but on the microphone,
But he wasn't, to me, and people are like, oh my God, Harley
But my
Race is
God,
the greatest.
no,
he didn't
it's
have
okay.
it, bro.
But it's okay.
He
No,
did not
well,
have it.
I wouldn't go that far.
No had
but-
it. The Road Warriors had it.
Yeah, they had it.
Yes.
Demolition.
No had it. Freebirds had it.
Freebird, it so had it.
You know who had it? The Von Erichs had it.
You know who had it? The Rock and Roll Express had it.
Damn straight.
You're damn right
straight.
they did. They
you're,
had
you're
it.
right on
the
the money.
Rockers had it. They did, bro. When they came out, they were called. You gonna
Superfly
pick on
Snooker.
Marty now?
Superfly Snooker for a time.
He so
had
had
it.
it. Yeah, he did. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how much I love Morocco, right? Morocco did not have it.
What?
He wasn't a must-see.
In his time, he was. Yeah, he was. In our
I
time.
guess he was. For me,
Come
he was.
on, stop it.
All right.
He was both. He was great on the mic and in the
Rock,
ring.
the Rock had it.
Oh,
Stone Cold
my
had it.
God, Chris Jericho has it.
Yep. Great point though on Steamboat. I love Steamboat, but he didn't have it.
Not on the mic. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
But he
Not
didn't
on
have
the
it.
mic. But
He wasn't a
was able-
must-see.
He was able to effectively come across as the face on the mic. He just wasn't great
Look,
on the mic.
wrestling is good against bad, right? Evil against whatever, right?
Right.
You got to have both.
Right. That's
But some guys had
that's why-
it for a very short time. Some guys were great,
Right.
but they were secondary guys, right?
Right.
Again, Ric Flair had it. How many guys, you heard Shane Douglas say Ric Flair could wrestle a broom and
Yep.
make it look good.
Let me ask you
Flair's
about a
the-
guy. Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Right.
Doesn't have it.
I think he does in the ring. I think that his look holds him back.
Okay.
I think he's great on the mic.
Yes.
I think that his look gets him judged. I have no problem with his look. He's a big dude. He's awesome in the ring. He's awesome on the mic. I feel like he's got it tenfold. But I know some people they consider him plain. They look at him, or if you look at a Hulk Hogan, you look at him, you go plain.
Cody Rhodes have it?
I believe that he does, but not on the
No,
level that we're
come on,
discussing.
bro. He
Not on the
doesn't
level
have
we're
it.
discussing.
Doesn't have
In
it.
today's landscape, he kind of does, which is
No,
probably...
he doesn't.
You know?
That's the problem. He doesn't.
My key point was today's landscape and what these...
What's
everybody
today's
wants to-
landscape?
Today's landscape, in my opinion...
The world of agendas? No.
Thank you. In my opinion, wrestling's been very compromised by the fans' opinions. That's today's landscape. That's what I think. So thank you for asking me, to define that. Because
That's
how I
beautiful.
feel. They bitch and
Anyway.
bitch and bitch, and they affect the product.
Ronda Rousey have it?
Promoters respond.
Rousey have it?
Fuck shit up more. Ronda Rousey has it.
Becky
Absolutely.
Lynch have it?
Yeah, she does. She's proven that.
Charlotte Flair have it?
Oh, stop it. Of course she does. I think Sasha's got it, but leave me alone.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I got to tell you, when Sasha's music hits, it
I
always
love
draws
it.
my attention.
I love it, and I'm not
And
doing.
you're not a
What kind of
woman
music
fan.
is that, by the way? What is that? Like Snoop Doggy Dogg had something to do with that, didn't he?
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Or should I say Snoop Doobie Dogg? My brother.
All right. Anyway,
He's like, I'm not your brother.
want to recognize one of our final sponsors. Without the sponsors, these shows could never
exist.
And we hope the fans out there enjoy it. I always appreciate Stephen Miller taking the time out of his day to produce this show. You could catch Monty and the Pharaoh every Thursday here live out of Rockstar Studios from 8:05 to 9 p.m. You could also catch us on channel 115 on Tuesdays from 8:30 to 9, and again on Saturdays at 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. for you early risers. You could catch us on YouTube and Podbean and Anchor and Google Play.
Baked beans.
Wherever. Baked beans.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And, after today's show, we'll be sponsored by Niblets.
Wrecked them, damn near killed them. Brought to you by
I wanted to thank this
Niblets.
one particular Jeff Quest design. He designs all our banners and really puts forward a lot of stuff. Again, in this interesting world of broadcasting, we are driving hard to at least make a difference, right? Do you want to be a star?
No.
But you are.
Thank you.
Anyway,
I guess.
Want to thank you for joining Monty and the Pharaoh. Want to thank you for joining Monty and the Pharaoh, and we really appreciate everybody coming in and joining us. And I don't know.
One last thing.
Yeah.
For you folks at home, do me a favor. Stay the hell off my Facebook page if you're going to come on there and just, start shit and then run away. You're boring me. Go ahead, Mike.
Man, you hate the social media.
I hate
dude.
it. I fucking hate it. It's just like people just come on and they go.
It really doesn't bother me.
because they can't handle it.
It really doesn't
the
bother
retort.
me.
What?
It really doesn't bother me.
Nothing bothers you.
Huh?
You have no soul.
Not that I don't have a soul. It's like, whatever, Hey, look, when you sign up for this, you have written a contract to say, have at it, people.
Right.
Love me, hate me, deal with it. You know what I mean? And again, in the reality of it, when we started, not to drag this on because we're ending the show, but we're going way over the limit.
Stay off my
We came in
fucking
and
page.
said, let's make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
we want to make people laugh, right? Okay?
Right.
And
Shtick. Go on.
it evolved and we make people laugh, and some people don't think our humor is funny. In fact, I'm pretty sure that people are going to rip me apart for the Niblet joke, or God forbid I said Harley Race didn't have it.
Right.
Whatever.
Which I partially agreed with. Partially.
You're always on the fence. You should have been born in Switzerland.
No, what? Bullshit, I'm always on the fence. You know how many people I piss off on a daily basis? You know that already, because I call you all the time. They said this, they said that, I'm going to kill them, and you're like, what are you wasting your time for? A whole bunch of idiots.
They are.
Oh, you're right. Thanks, Mike. Click.
Our fans aren't idiots. Why do you call fans?
Not our fans.
What do you call our fans idiots
I
for?
didn't call our fans. This guy is getting me in unnecessary
Dude,
trouble.
I can't wait till Ganya fights you.
Ganya...
I'm not breaking it up.
You better show him the Genetti footage.
I will.
It's not a good idea.
Greg, be careful.
Yeah, you better leave me the fuck alone, bro.
Easy there, Ganya.
The killed bees.
Oh my God.
Killed bees.
Stop.
That's right. That'd be the kill bees,
Now we're
brother.
just getting silly. Now Shtick became Dick. What?
No.
Anyway,
what?
Our prayers go out to the Johnson family again.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the Royal Rumble in a week from now.
Is that really right around the corner? Boy,
right
you were
around
right.
the
It doesn't feel like they're really pushing this, but we'll be there.
Stop dragging this show on. Right?
Stop dragging this show
And Angelo,
around.
again, we want
Here
to
we
say,
go.
hey, buddy, from Wrestling in the Future, up and coming podcast.
Yes, sir.
Please leave Evan alone. All right?
Stop.
Just stay away.
Stay off my page. Go on.
Angelo's on your page?
No, Angelo's cool. I've spoken to Angelo.
You just said Angelo, stay off my page.
I didn't say
Yes, you
Angelo,
did.
stay off
With
my
that,
page.
this has been Monty.
This guy needs a hearing aid, and this has been the Pharaoh. See you next week.